Pacific Werribee vision really related to lifting the centre to a regional status. Hadn't had much work done to it in the past, and it was a great opportunity to lift it to regional status, largely with the inclusion of Maya, but with all the other component parts that was enabling it to provide the relevant offer. Coming to life, it really came to life with the development of the retail plan into something that we knew was actually going to be feasible and something that was actually going to work in a retail sense. So largely the retail plan had to be worked up. That took a period of nearly 2 years, but once we got it right, we knew we had it right. That retail plan obviously involved all the relevant constituent parts, making sure the flows were right, the relationships with the car parking, all of those sort of things that went into getting the actual plan right. Pacific Werribee is smack bang in the heart of a growing young family region. It is really the West Heartland. I think there's about 80 babies born in the catchment every week. It's quite unique in that respect. Also, not only from the demographics, but from a geographical point of view, it is quite unique in that it really owns the whole space between Geelong and High Point, where it has a massive sort of extending catchment. And from our perspective, we really just had to make sure that all the needs were going to be catered for, and we knew that the plan and the centre would trade very, very well. Buchan Group's very, very good at assessing a retail plan, and at the end of the day we had a lot of knowledgeable people and a lot of good inputs as to how we were going to actually achieve this task of lifting Pacific Werribee up to a regional centre. I think it's probably fair to say that with the previous projects that we'd all worked on, and also some of the inputs from what was also happening overseas, we could get the shops to express their individuality rather than having the architecture imposed upon the shops and imposed upon the customers. So it was always our vision to try and get that mix right, where we could have something that was aspirational, and a good example of that is the 2-storey shop fronts that we built outside Maya. It's effectively created a church hall. It's like a meeting place. It's just totally aspirational as you head towards Maya, and that's probably a very good example of something that has been built in such a way that relates to how the Australian retail scene can work, rather than introducing many levels of the retail plan. We just actually played to our strengths and produced a very good outcome.
Probably the unique aspect of this project was the fact that we did everything in terms of the design disciplines, both architecture, interiors and graphics. And that's something that is unique for us to deliver all of those. We're certainly very capable of doing that on every project, but often clients will want to pursue a different discipline with a different company for a specialist area of expertise within a project, particularly a project as large, as complex as this project was. So for us to do all of those elements of this project has certainly, from our point of view, been very pleasing and, as I say, quite unique in this day and age. We've contributed significantly without wanting to trumpet our own praises, but clearly we've been involved in every stage of Werribee over the last 30 odd years. So it's been a great relationship from our point of view with our client, Pacific Shopping Centres, and the fact that we worked on the very original centre back in the early 80s and worked through all the various stages of the project up until this latest stage is certainly, it's a testament to the strength of our relationship between the Buchan Group and Pacific Shopping Centres. But it's also it's certainly been very rewarding from our point of view to have had that association and have that I guess knowledge and experience and relationship with the development of the plaza over those many years, and And certainly the familiarity with both the community and their needs is also an important factor in understanding how you respond to that in a design sense.
The signage and wayfinding positively impacts the user by really guiding them around the centre, which reflects on their user experience. And it's really important that that's done right, because the user experience is the key to how people really enjoy the centre and how they experience the centre.
We focused on getting good collaboration right from the developer through the consultants, the builder, all the subcontractors, right down through to the tenants, their shop fitters, even down to the centre management teams.
The feedback we've received from the end user has been very good in that they've appreciated the natural light and fresh environment.